family. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Falcons going up against the Eagles. With that, let's get out to Lincoln Financial Field. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and that'll bring up second down. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And as we show you the starters defensively for Atlanta, I want to ask you about that Super Bowl. It's such an interesting game, but defensively Atlanta so good in that first half. What happened in the fourth quarter, and how will you remember them from this game?
I remember a really young defensive unit that the stage wasn't too big. They handled it right from the beginning. I remember a really fast defensive unit. Look at the speed. Grady Jarrett, defensive line, right? What do you have, 3 sacks in the game? Deion Jones from his middle linebacker position forced that fumble against LeGarrette Blount. Robert Alford as a cornerback, double-digit tackles. Now a lot of passes broken up. The pick 6 for a touchdown, 82 yards, a fumble recovery. But they were out there way too long. 93 plays given up to New England. At some point, you've got to get a stop and get off the field.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Wentz to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. To throw is Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On second down, here's Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They come out here in the I. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
On second down, Freeman. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Defensive side of the ball for the Eagles. Here they are, the starting 11. And you were telling me before the game, taking this from your knowledge bank, that if they need to improve anywhere in 2017, maybe in the secondary. Is that right?
I think you're right on that one because I think they're very happy with Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod down the middle as the safeties. But they'd love to make an upgrade at the corner position because if you're playing in the NFC East, there are some guys who can go out and get the football. And then I think up front, they're looking for a bigger year from Fletcher Cox. He's their bell cow on defense, a defensive tackle, defensive end. They need to have that all-pro season from him again in 2017.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
On third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And that brings up fourth down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. And another series coming up offensively for the Eagles of Philadelphia. And you look to next year, Charles, for a moment. Carson Wentz will be in season 2. What pieces do they need to put around him to really take a leap forward?
I think you start wide, meaning the receivers, and then work your way back inside because they've got to have people who are dependable next to Jordan Matthews, who plays the slot position as one of the taller, bigger receivers in there. They need guys out wide who can make plays to hurt defenses downfield. Then when you move inside, Lane Johnson is back at right tackle, and that is absolutely huge for them. Jason Peters at left tackle, another perennial Pro Bowl player. What are they going to do inside at center and the 2 guard positions to help out the young quarterback?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Screen pass to Sproles. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Ryan Matthews. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. On the tackle that time, Tyson Jackson.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because then you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now the possession will switch over to the Atlanta Falcons. And this offense so good for 3/4 of the Super Bowl, Charles. At one point, the advanced metrics had them at a 99.5% chance to win. It just seemed like everything was going their way, and then the fourth quarter happened.
I think when we review this game and we say, okay, where did it get away from the Falcons? What was the number of plays the Patriots ended up running for the game?
93.
And the Falcons ran 46. So they wore down their defense on that one. But look at what they did on offense. They were averaging big-time yardage, running it, passing it, had everything going their way. A 25-point lead should still be enough to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, almost 6 yards per rush, almost 9 yards per pass for the Falcons. On second down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Well, let's change pace for a second. Talk about the Super Bowl. Had some great catches in that game. Two that will certainly be remembered. The Julio Jones grab on the sideline, and then the last one by Edelman on that drive to tie the game. Unbelievable.
I'll start with Julio because it was unlikely to me about him catching the ball because the coverage from Eric Rowe was tight. He was in front of him, and I think he obscured his vision for just a split second, and he still hauled that one in and got both feet down. But Julian Edelman's catch, that has to be one for the ages. That's going to be talked about as long as we play Super Bowls because I thought there were at least 3 Falcons involved in trying to break that one up, and somehow he had enough coordination to catch it again, and keep it off the ground.
And impressive, they called it complete on the field. When I saw it with the naked eye, I said, no way, that bounced off the ground. Nope. Again, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. What an amazing season it was for Julio Jones. The Super Bowl Maybe the best catch we've seen all year, that toe tap on the sideline. He finished with 87 yards, but something you told me is astounding. 4 catches in that game, only 4 targets, too.
Yeah, and if you watch the game unfold, which I know you did, how many times did you see on the replays the number of white shirts of the New England Patriots in the vicinity of Julio Jones? He'd run a route, 2 to 3 guys in his area every time. That's the reason the targets were so low. But he maximized them, didn't he? 4 targets, 4 catches. And that sideline catch, I thought it was going to be intercepted. And he ended up having the concentration to hold on to it and still get both feet down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Third and long. It's Ryan. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 42 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Benny Logan in there on the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that brings up 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now Ryan, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wentz now on first down. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. So, Charles, early December, the Falcons signed off to a 4-year, $38 million extension, and they got a pretty good early return on their investment in the Super Bowl, didn't they?
They got a massive return on investment. Look, the 82-yard interception return for a touchdown, that's going to be the signature play. But he made a bunch of other plays in the game as well. I think his tackles approach double digits. I think his pass breakups were somewhere around 5 or 6 for the game. He had that interception we talked about, had a fumble recovery. He was all over the place, and he dealt with the extra pressure because his running mate, Desmond Trufant, got hurt midway through the season, so he had to cover people a little bit tighter.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dorial Green Beckham as time expires in the...
Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
For Murray in the wild card game against Houston, just 39 yards on 12 carries. So now you look at the season all told, just under 800 yards, Charles. He did score 12 touchdowns. What'd you think of his year?
I thought it was an excellent year for him, and I know 1,000 yards is the benchmark. Remember, he didn't play in all of the games. And Oakland became a passing-type team with Derek Carr throwing the ball around. I think Latavius Murray is clearly a #1 running back in the NFL. And with those 3 Pro Bowlers in front and the offensive line, I think the future is bright.
Here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. It's caught by Clive Walford. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Carr going to go on 4th down. Brought in by Walford, right side. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And here's a look at the starting offense. So 2nd and 10 here. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's got time. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now Carr. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ryan Matthews taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 78 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And that is how you retaliate. After getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz surveying the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. Left side caught by Matthews. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Complete on the right side to Green-Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And quickly, they get to the line. Wentz.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense...
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Leotis McKelvin. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just know.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. It's
an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dorial Green Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Wentz to throw on second down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Wentz on third down. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Eagles are going to have a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Well, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone. And smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
To the goalpost, that's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But
not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And out now come the Eagles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Carr now on first down. They find some open field here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. On first down, Carr. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts.
Here we go.
Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But
now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Green 39.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
319.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
And that one was hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? An encroachment penalty.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Patriots going up against the Eagles. So let's send you up to Pennsylvania. Standing by in Philadelphia are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now for Blount in the Super Bowl, did have a costly fumble late in the first quarter. 9 carries in the first half, only 2 in the second half. Of course, they were trying to come from behind, and Tom Brady was doing a lot of the work.
And you remember prior to the Super Bowl, I thought that LeGarrette Blount would carry 20-plus times. I thought he'd be a real workhorse in this game. But as it turned out, once the New England Patriots really got down on the scoreboard, Tom Brady went to a lot of 4 or 5 wide receiver sets, spreading the field, and they went ahead and rode Tom Brady all the way in for a Super Bowl championship. But LeGarrette Blount, usually a very dependable ball carrier.
Falcons did a pretty good job of containing Hogan. 4 catches, 57 yards. Of course, that was coming off a 180-yard performance in the AFC title game.
I wonder if that thigh injury he had going into the game hampered him at all, maybe a little bit. But I know this. Trying to get away from the Falcons' coverage was difficult for the New England receivers throughout most of the game. But since New England accumulated a lot of plays on offense, I think they wore them down a little bit.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Partner, we know Julian Edelman's always a big part of the game plan for New England, and it was no different in the Super Bowl. They targeted him 13 times. He only had 5 catches for 87 yards, but did he make the catch of all time in the Super Bowl, that 27-yard juggling, incredible, defying catch?
You know what's impressive is they got that call right on the field.
They did.
When I saw it live on television, you were there in person, I thought, that's not a catch. But then they showed the replay. Unbelievable.
And when the official ran in and was emphatic that it was a catch, I thought he meant interception at first because there were so many red jerseys around Edelman. And as it turned out, they nailed it. Got it right on the field, got it right in replay. And Julian Edelman had a big impact in the Super Bowl with that catch.
And he's got Bennett. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Caught left side, Bennett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So when Martellus Bennett gets with his brother Michael, who plays for the Seattle Seahawks, they're going to compare rings now?
Yeah, because Michael got one Super Bowl 48.
Yes, with the Seahawks and their big victory over the Denver Broncos. But Martellus earned his. You know, Rob Gronkowski unable to play in the game due to injury, and Martellus became a big part of the offense.
Had 5 catches, 62 yards, but how about that? Kind of lost in the shuffle. Rob Gronkowski not even there. The Patriots still won a Super Bowl.
Not only that, believe it or not, the Patriots were 11-0. When Rob Gronkowski did not play in the last season. I don't think they want to try and do that again.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
No, Jack Patrick.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz finding time. And he hits his man, Matthews. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they'll go on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Now let's go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And 4th down coming up. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's 2nd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Deion Lewis there. And now it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
He's got time. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pitch catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They slot Gronkowski out right.
20. Alabama.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Looking for someone to throw to. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and very short here, less than a yard.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Finding time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So on 4th down, the Eagles will call on the left foot of Donnie Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. That's taken on the 25. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties and out of bounds. Play clock winding down. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The play clock's running down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They'll need to get the play off quickly.